Hey, what's up everybody? Ryan Pitts here, and today I'm going to do another Lightroom edit similar to the last video I posted. This is going to be from this photo to this photo, and I really love this original photo. Once again, this was a preset I had, and then I made some minor tweaks to it after that, but I'm going to start from scratch again and see where I can get. And so I'm going to try to turn this photo into something special. Now, once again, crop is going to be my first thing. This log that's laying here is a little bit too much. So I am going to take this and I'm going to turn this into a 5x7 crop. I'm a big fan of 5x7 when it's a vertical photo. Like I said, I'm a nut when it comes to wide photos and being 16:9. Like I said, I don't know if that's just the video editor in me or what, but that just is what it is. Okay, and I'm even going to go like this. I'm going to go rules a third, kind of my chest, right dead center. You know, my head leans out. This really helps shape the photo and bring it in kind of to me again. So let's get started. I'm going to do it a little bit different than last time. I'm going to start with temperature, and I'm going to just kind of warm this bad boy up. I think I want this to be a warmer image today. And I'm going to turn down my tint. Like I said, I am not a fan of kind of the red, the magenta look for photos and when it comes to tint. So I go a little bit more on the greener side or try to find that nice, easy balance. If you look over here to the top right of the screen, my whites are really blown out, and that's because of the sky and my shirt. So I'm going to want to really bring some of those down as much as I possibly can without getting kind of this little, what is it, fragmentation, or I can't remember the exact words people use to, but the separation between maybe a color and then like your whites, and then it just kind of, it looks like kind of schmeary, if that's a word. Okay, so I'm going to go to blacks. Now I'm definitely obviously looking at something like my boots and the pants I'm wearing, and I don't want to go too far to make it look like there's nothing there, and I also don't want it too light to make the image flat. So I'm going to go right about here. Like I said, I'm a big fan of turning up the shadows, and the reason for that is because when I dehaze over here, it kind of adds an image like this or a look like this, and it kind of gives it that contrast. Like I said, then I don't touch the contrast a whole lot. But I am going to, for this image, I'm going to turn this down to like 20. Okay. I'm going to maybe turn my whites up just a little bit. Now you're probably thinking, well, you turned your highlights down. Why would you turn your whites up? And that's really just to try to keep this look of this shirt the same. So this image, I think I definitely want to take some of either the vibrance out or the saturation. Now I'm not really sure which one yet. I'm going to start with vibrance, and I'm going to bring this down to like 20 and see where we're at. Do I like that? I'm not sure yet. How about saturation? See, now saturation I actually am liking more because it's just got this different feel to it, and I'm actually going to bring it down to like 30, which seems like a lot. Okay, now do I lose a bunch of the greens back there? Sure, but as an overall image, I think it looks pretty good. Can I bring some of those greens back? Absolutely, by playing with them down here, but I don't know if I want to for this image, so I'm actually going to make them kind of orange. I'm going to make these kind of brighter, and I'm definitely going to get rid of some blues here. And boy, I might get rid of all the blues. Let me see. I'm going to turn those all the way up. Like I said, if I don't usually use them, I just kind of get rid of them. Zap them out of there. Let me see. Orange is going to be the big one here. I get rid of orange. It's going to get rid of all my skin tones. Where am I going to want this? Unlike kind of like my last photo, my face is pretty shadowed, which I think I'm okay with because my head is down and my face really ain't like the main subject. I guess this is just a great image of kind of rules of third, and I think just kind of framing and bringing a subject all together. I really like that water splash, even though it's not a huge part of the photo. I just really, really, really like it. I'm still not, I feel like there's just too much red, and I'm going to go way this way, way to left. We're going to go like -10, which might be a little bit too much green. We'll see. Like I said, I'm a big fan of kind of like that look, especially when it comes to outdoor stuff. Don't ask me why. That just is what it is. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Maybe bring my blacks up a little bit more. I haven't touched clarity at all. My goodness, that's like one of my favorite things. When you add clarity to an image, it does kind of make it pop, but then it's also much more contrasty. So you kind of gotta play with them, and if you add one, you're gonna lose another. As you can tell, when I bring dehaze down, I don't like the way it makes my hat look. So I'm gonna kind of keep dehaze up there. And now I think we kind of found a happy medium between clarity and dehaze. So let me go back up to color temperature. Let's see what I could do here. Do I want this brighter image? Maybe I wanted a cooler image. Maybe I'm going to switch my thoughts halfway through. Ooh, where are we going now? Which way do we like it? Boy, this might be a sweet photo in black and white. What if I turn this up brighter? I'm going to turn my whole exposure down. I only touch exposure when I have to, and when I have to, it's, well, when I either over or underexpose the image completely. Other than that, I'm just making fine adjustments to it. Let's go down to split toning, and I'm going to add some orange, I think, to maybe some green to the highlights. Now, I always just turn saturation up a lot right away so I can see what it looks like, and then I actually turn it back down. So then I kind of get this look that I want. All right. Let's go kind of find me an agua, kind of blue. I think I'm going to leave it like right there. Saturation 10 or 9 and 12. It's a pretty good happy medium. Let me see. I think the image is a little bit too dark. So do I want to bring my exposure back up, or do I want to bring my blacks up? Let me see. Highlights. I still like the highlights where they're at. Except if I do leave them like this, it kind of gets rid of this tree back here, which I think looks a little bit better. Maybe I won't go all the way down. All right. There we go. I think right there. Now, do you see how I am leaning over when I'm walking? And this looks like it'd be a straight line if I was obviously standing. I am going to move that just a little to maybe that'll help the image a little bit more. No, actually, I think that made it worse. So once again, sometimes these things are just trial and error. Definitely this is in line with the leg, so that looks good. Actually, I'm going to move this down maybe a little bit. There we go. All right. I like that. Let me add a gradient here. I just want to blur this a little bit more. So maybe this is a little less distracting down here. This whole kind of tree branch. All right, let me see. I do have some green and a little blue in my shirt, but I think I'm okay with that. Maybe if I just touch that a little bit. All right, where's my oranges again? There we go. I'm going to bring my yellows back up there. That brings some more back into the image. Okay, just like last photo too. Let's go power lines. This is going to be tricky right in, not there, but definitely right in here. And like I said, this doesn't have to be perfect. You're just trying to get it to look like You know, there's no power lines in the back. Can I go all the way across to make it look good? Oop, it's grabbing some of me. Just a little bit. See, I got too close to my shirt, so I'm going to delete that one. And I'm just going to go we're going to go halfway and then halfway. We're going to do it right. And do it like that again. Okay, we're going to hit done. Good. That looks pretty good. If I want to, I'm going to go here in the clarity brush, and I could actually just brush some of this out, blur it a little bit more, so maybe you don't notice it as much. Okay, definitely blur some of that. And this is the final image I just came up with. Now, here's the original one I had. Oh, that's one thing I didn't even touch is vignette, that I can kind of tell on this image that I don't have here. And I can add that. I just don't know if I want to, because if I add too much vignette, yep, it's going to hit too much side of my face, which ain't going to look very good. So I'm actually going to leave this image here. Like I said, this was a preset that I originally had. Like I said, I feel like anytime I go back and edit images, if I were to try to get this exact look again without looking at the actual adjustments I made, I'm going to come up with something different every time, which is great, because that is photo editing, and that's how you get great images, and that's what makes photo editing great, really. You know, you could definitely tell like the whites in my shirt are a little bit more whiter and a little bit actually bluer here. Here they're a little bit more orange, and that's because I have this at 7400. This photo I have at 6200. So I could even bring those back just a little bit. Okay, in there we're actually getting closer to what this original photo looked like. So this is the final image. Thanks for joining me again. Once again, another 12-minute video, but trying to get the most out of photos. And here's a before, and here's an after. Before and after. So just going for that specific look, the look I kind of like. Thanks for joining me. Have a great day. Bye.